Mr. Chairman, I'd like to be recognized to ask a question.
Mr. Chairman, I move to adjourn.
I welcome everyone to this confirmation hearing on the nomination of
Mr. Chairman.
Brett Kavanaugh.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I appeal to the chair to recognize myself or one of my colleagues.
You're out of order.
It is regular order for us to receive all the documents, that this committee is entitled to.
All the documents we have add up to more than we have had for the last 5 Supreme Court nominees.
90% of the documents we haven't seen. It's not the number of documents.
And I'll be glad to respond to that. But
we wouldn't hire an intern, sir, with only 90% of their resume.
Senator,
we're putting somebody on the Supreme Court.
Confidential documents weren't really interested, so that judges would decide cases. As I see it,
this is the first confirmation hearing for a Supreme Court justice I've seen, basically, according to mob rule.
This is what happens in a free country when people can stand up and speak and not be jailed, imprisoned, tortured, or killed because of it. It is not mob rule.
And the American people will see soon enough that you are a smart, decent, normal person who just so happens to have been nominated to the highest court in our land.
In fact, Judge Kavanaugh is one of the most respected and thoughtful judges in the country.
I believe this fight is nothing more and nothing less than an attempt by our Democratic colleagues to relitigate the 2016 presidential election.
That's why there's so many fights about the executive branch and about the judiciary, because this body rarely finishes its work.
This is shaping up to be the hypocrisy hearing, and that's hard to do in the Senate. In today's time, to be hypocritical.
I'm just sorry to see the Senate Judiciary Committee descend this way.
You are a committed textualist, Judge Kavanaugh. If you're going to hold others accountable for their words, you should be held accountable for your own words. So after my personal experience, I start these hearings with a question about your credibility as a witness. I know from my history with you that things you said need to be carefully verified.
You displayed expansive views on executive immunity from the law. If you are in that seat, sir, because the White House has big expectations that you will protect the president from the due process of law, that should give every senator pause.
I join in the request that's been made of you, that you show the initiative and ask for a postponement on these hearings. I think that this process has been a grave disservice to you, as well as this committee and the American people.
This, to me, is a profound and historical moment. I cannot support your nomination, not just because of the body of your work, but also the perverse process by which this comes forward. We should not vote now. We should wait. And if we're not waiting, we should object to your nomination.
What guides this nominee is partisanship. This nominee has devoted his entire career to a conservative Republican agenda. I am concerned your loyalty would be to the president who appointed you and not to the Constitution of the United States.